guys, Mr. Colin 96 here, with turbodia deck explanation. So yeah, if you saw the video that I just uploaded just before, I profiled this, and yeah, I profiled this and profiled, and then yeah, now I'm doing the explanation video. Here we go. I would have explained it in the other video, but I had the deck profile two decks in one. Okay, so Exodia, of course. For those of you that are new to Yu-Gi-Oh! And haven't heard of one of the best decks in the universe, also one of the first, is an Exodia draw deck. With Exodia, you have to have these 5 cards in your hand and you win the duel instantly. Just show them to your opponent and that's game. Many people will build their decks so they get this in their first turn. That's how this deck was built. It doesn't really work like that, but even if you don't have Exodia first turn, you'll have like 3 cards left in your deck. Right, so Summon a Monk. Summon a Monk is just a searcher, because it helps you a lot with this deck, because you switch it to defense, dump a bad card that you've got in your hand that you can't use. Like, I'll explain bad card hands later. You special summon a Royal Magical Library from your deck. This is the main card of the deck that doesn't stay in your hand, because you play it and gains 1 counter for every spell card you play. Every time you play a spell, it gains counter. Remove 3 counters to draw a card. The whole deck is based around play this card. Spell. Remove, draw. And most of the spells are drawing cards anyway. And if not, they're cards that will help you draw. And then run 2 Blue Eyes, which I'll explain in a second when you run 2 trade-ins with it. When you run trade-ins, you run Summoner's Art, search for Blue Eyes. Yeah, I have Blue Eyes, I just couldn't be bothered looking for them to do these videos. Right, and then you run Terraforming, which searches for the other main card of the deck, which is Magical Citadel of Endymion. Because it's a field card. It gains 1 spell for every card, and then you remove 3 spell counters off of it to use Royal Magical's effect when it's on the field. Okay, so Toon World, you just use for a 3rd search for Toon Table Book of Content. So here's how a normal turn would play. Say you got these 6 cards in your hand. You would Royal Magical. Say you got 1 Toon Book and other random cards. Play Toon Table. Search for another one. Add it. Use it. Add it. Use it. Add Toon World to your hand. That's 3 counters on Royal Magical right there. And then you get a free draw, and you've cut down your deck 4 cards. 5 cards, sorry. So it's good, especially on first turn. Spell Reproduction is not a good card that I don't like. It's only good for if you have 2 bad spells in your hand, and you can get like a good card back from your grave back to your hand to use it. I usually use it to dump for a bad card like Magical Stone or Summoner's Monk or something that will do me good. Hand Destruction, get to have 2 crappy cards in your hand, discard them, draw 2 new cards. 2 Spell Power. They can search each other, so you play 1, it searches the deck for another 1, and it also gives you 2 counters instead of 1 on 1 card. So, say, just a random one, you'd say you had Royal Magical, you play Summoner's Art to search for Blue Eyes, then you play Spell Power Grasp. That's on 3 counters right now. So you then dumb your card down by 2 cards by taking out another Spell Power and a Blue Eyes. You also get to take another card out with the draw, which is what I love about this deck. I'll do a screen recording of this later on if you want me to. Let me know. Okay, 2 Magical Stone Excavations. It's basically Magical Stone Excavation. You dump 2 cards, get a better one from your graveyard, and then use it. It's good to dump all your crappy cards that you can't use. Right, 2 Broken Bamboo Sword. You equipped it to Royal Magical, you get a spell counter, then you also use 3 Golden Bamboo. Because it draws a card. It goes, ooh, draw power. Ooh, draw 2 cards because you have this on the field. So, even if you don't have a monster on the field, but you know you have 2 cards left in your deck and that you know one of them is an Exodia piece, you attach it to one of their monsters. Play Golden Bamboo, draw the last 2 cards, Exodia win. 3 Magical Mallets. Just recycle your hands. You recycle basically your whole hand unless you get, unless you have Exodia pieces. You don't recycle them back to your deck, because of all the work you would have spent trying to get them from your deck to your hand, you wouldn't send them back again. And then the final card is 3 One Day of Peace. Came in Photon Shockwave. You play it, you get to draw a card, and you take no damage till the end of your opponent's next turn. So, in the event that you don't OTK with this deck, you still have your opponent's turn to live because they can't attack, and they can't deal effect damage. But they still have to pay cost damage, and shiz like that. So yeah, that's that deck. I'll probably do the explanation and stuff on how to side and what to side against what tomorrow, because I'm starting to get tired. It's like 8:30 here and I've been up since 9, so yeah, I'm going to bed. Dueling all the way, catch you later, hope you like this deck. See you later guys.